Hi, Carl here for ProAV TV. I'm at NAB 2019 at the iFootage stand, talking to Sam about their nice new little slider. Okay, so Sam, this is quite a nifty little slider, isn't it? Let's talk through this. What are we looking at?
So this is our Shark Nano. It's currently in prototype sort of stages, but it's a bi-directional slider. It allows you to move and double the sort of length of the slider itself on as we've got here, where it's moving. This is the only 500mm version, so it goes up to about 1 meter when you're talking on both sides. It features 2 sets of brushless motors. You've got one in the main unit itself, and then also one in the actual main plate.
Okay, so the degrees of movement, so you can slide backwards and forwards like this, but you can also pan. I think that's quite easy for people to miss. But so this base here revolves around so that you can animate a pan. That's really cool.
So this pan just means it allows you to get those sort of like shots straight out of the box. So if you're shooting an interview, for example, it's perfect for setting your A, your B point, and then it'll just sync back and forth continuously.
And in that sort of situation, you actually rarely want to tilt up and down. It is nearly always the pan that you're using. So this should be all you need for that, as long as you've got small cameras. So let's talk about the sort of cameras that we've got on it here, because it's easy to think that this might be 2 different sliders, because one's got a proper camera on it and one's got a phone on it, but this is the same product, right?
Yes, so this is the exact same product, so we can go from smartphone control, so it's all controlled via an app or via the 2.7-inch touchscreen display on the actual slider itself. So as we've got here, we've got the DSLR, and you can control it all from its touchscreen. But we also allow for app control, so you can set it up with a phone too, so that allows for like time lapses, the simpler stuff, but then you can also whack a camera itself on. So the payload for it is 3.2 kilograms, so you can hold a normal standard mirrorless camera with a bog standard sort of like lens, nothing too beefy, and then also...
This is a very common sort of setup, so you've got your K5 little tripod head here, you've got an A7 and a Samyang lens. I mean, loads of our customers are using that sort of a setup.
So it's all designed basically to allow you to just straight out of the box, or well, straight out of your bag if you're doing an interview, just get it set up in a matter of seconds, really.
You mentioned using it for interviews and stuff like that. I mean, obviously a large part of that is the fact that you're going to be recording sound, you're probably going to have this quite close to it. Are the motors relatively quiet in this?
So as they're brushless motors, they make almost no noise. We say there is no noise, basically, from putting your ear to it, no noise at all. So it just allows for you to get that clean audio and have your B camera as close to your sort of like talent as possible, really.
Are you able to do the time-lapse and stop motion and things like that when you've got a manual head on it and a larger camera, or is that only limited to the smartphone?
So it's not only limited to the smartphone, we also have complete control over the camera. So we've got like a shutter release button that goes straight into, there's a port on the back of the main plate that will go directly into your camera, so that controls the shutter. So if you're setting for a time-lapse on a DSLR, it will control that for you.
That's cool. And how about power? How are these powered?
So these are powered off of 2 standard lithium-ion batteries, or if you want to power via USB, you can also power via a USB power bank too. So it's all up to you.
And you charge the batteries in the unit via the USB?
So you can also charge via the unit as well, but we recommend charging the actual batteries themselves externally, but just so you have that extra solution of power if you seem to run out on while filming, basically.
So these are obviously quite early sort of prototypes, like the touchscreen doesn't seem to be working on them, some of the controls are not there, but certainly from first impressions they seem really quick and easy to use. And I mean, obviously we're on a quite crowded trade show floor, but I certainly can't hear any noise.
No.
When are these going to be sort of finished and available, do we think?
So we've said end of August, early September is their sort of like release. They're going to retail for $500 US, and they'll be out that sort of time, basically.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for coming.